Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode I will be discussing the announcement of the First Doctor Unbound return to Marinus. But before I get on with the episode and the discussion of the announcement, I should mention I'm recording this episode on the 30th of September 2025, and you can probably guess I've still got a bit of a cold as I did in the last few episodes, so just bear with me. I am feeling better than I have been, hence why I'm well enough to record. I just my voice basically at the moment. But without further ado, let's get on with my discussion of the First Doctor Unbound return to Marinus announcement. Now, this announcement was only announced 32 minutes ago from when I'm recording this episode, so it's really, really new. So without further ado, let's read the press release. It's titled Daleks on Marinus. Obviously, it was announced today, the 30th of September 2025. That's me for when I'm recording it, not when you're seeing it. David Bradley stars in the First Doctor Unbound return to Marinus, the thrilling full-cast audio drama due for release in January 2026 from Big Finish Productions. The First Doctor Unbound, a brand new trilogy of fast-paced movie-style audio dramas starring David Bradley as the Doctor, continues next year with Return to Marinus. In this sequel to the 1964 TV serial The Keys of Marinus, the Doctor and his companions, Susan, played by Claudia Grant, Ian, played by Jamie Glover, and Barbara, played by Gemma Powell, land once again on the planet of acid seas and glass beaches. But a century after their last visit, Marinus has changed and new dangers await the time travellers, including their most deadly enemies, the Daleks. Here's the synopsis for the First Doctor Unbound return to Marinus. The TARDIS has brought the Doctor and his companions back to the planet Marinus. 1 century after their previous visit, they are greeted as returning heroes, figures of legend, but something is amiss in the city of Millennius. Everybody lives in peace and harmony whether they like it or not. The explanation is obvious. Someone has reactivated the conscious machine and is set on removing free will from Marinus, somebody or some old enemies of the Doctor. The guest cast includes Big Finish creative director Nicholas Briggs as the Daleks, as well as Joseph Milson, who you will know from the Sarah Jane Adventures, and Timothy Blore, who you will know from Rivals, among other names yet to be announced. Producer and director David Mahoney said, "With the First Doctor Unbound series, we took inspiration from the Peter Cushing films with bold storylines, high-stakes drama, and the kind of twists and turns that would have been thrilling in a cinema. Return to Marinus kicks the trilogy into high gear with the Vord and my personal favourite villains involved. This is a high-octane, fast-paced adventure. Our ensemble of actors turned their incredible talents to explore a whole new corner of the universe. I really hope everyone enjoys this middle part of the story and will be chomping at the bit for our third instalment coming in 2027. Writer Jonathan Morris added, "I've always loved the Keys of Marinus ever since I read the novelisation. The only Doctor Who planet with multiple societies and biomes, a whole world, but we only saw 5 aspects on it on television. How much more might there be to explore? What about its deserts or volcanoes or the undersea kingdom of the Vord?" So the chance to write a sequel story, glorious, technical and widescreen, was a dream come true, because this is the sort of thing I dream about, not only to find out what happened to its peoples 100 years after that first adventure, but also to revisit its themes and widen the canvas even further, and if that wasn't enough, has the Daleks in it too. It says at the moment that the third and final story in the First Doctor Unbound series will be released in May 2027. I think I've touched on that in a previous episode, but without further ado, that is my discussion of the announcement of the first Doctor Unbound return to Marinus. Let me know what you thought of the announcement in the comments below, as well as anything else from the current channel, such as any previews or recaps. Put those in the comments below as well with anything else from the current channel. So I think I've said that anyway. Just a reminder, the podcast is now available on all audio platforms. If you prefer to just listen to the podcast, that is there. But the Chuck's episodes don't appear in those episodes, and none of the visual things or the intro or the outro does appear in it. It's literally just the audio I record. Hence why the audio episodes are slightly shorter than the episodes on YouTube. And please keep supporting the YouTube episodes, as Matt adds extra little bits and surprises that even surprise me sometimes, so please keep watching those as well. But without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.